Alright, so. We got 5 days. Just 5 days to turn everything around. Convincing the whole group right away is probably too much to ask for. I should pick 1 or 2 of them to focus on. Right. Tsubasa, Shoma, Gaku, Kako, and Ima. Those are the 5 I'm trying to persuade. So I've read some interviews and stuff, and I know this game is supposed to have like a ton of different endings and stuff. I wonder if this is actually kind of how that goes about. Like, it's plausible. We might not be able to convince all of them. That or it might be a thing where it's like it's technically possible, but it's like really difficult, especially on the first playthrough. So I think we really do need to decide like who are we focusing on here, because I think it's probably quite likely that we might miss out on at least 1 or 2 of them. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know how this works mechanically, but I would not be shocked if that's a thing here. So I'm thinking, like, I think our focus here is actually gonna be these left 3. I'm thinking Kako, Tsubasa, and Gaku. Like, those are the most tolerable personality-wise, and even Gaku is like only barely on the list. So like, our main 2 focuses are gonna be Kako and Tsubasa, I think. We'll try to get everyone if we can manage it, but if we can't, those are the 2 we like really want to save here, I think. And then we can also throw Gaku in. And if we get those 3 on board, and it's between Ima and Shoma, I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when it gets there. When we get there, yeah. Of the list, Tsubasa seems the easiest to persuade. She doesn't seem as stubborn as the others. If I give her an impassioned plea, she might come around. Okay, the first one I'm going to try to convince is Tsubasa. Okay. Also, maybe I just don't get an actual choice. Maybe the game just chooses for me. With that decided, I should head over to her room. I'm sure she's hungry. If I bring her some food, I bet she'll at least hear me out. Okay, anyway, let's go. Yeah, Tsubasa being a mechanic too, actually, it would be quite useful in case something breaks down. Wait, did I need to... Okay. I rang the doorbell to Tsubasa's room. After a short while, the door slowly opened. What is it, Takumi? Is it Hirako again? If you don't mind, I just want to be left alone. Actually, I came here on my own. Here, I brought you something. I figured you'd be hungry. Are those sandwiches for me? Yeah, I thought we could sit and eat together. It's just that I don't want Hirako to catch us, so would you mind letting me in? Of course, come on in! Welcome to my room, you beautiful sandwiches. You too, Takumi. What am I, a consolation prize? I'm getting outdone by sandwiches here. The moment the door closed, Tsubasa pounced on the sandwiches. Is this what I've been missing? I've been craving moist bread since we got here. I never want to see dry bread ever again. It makes my mouth feel like sandpaper. She must have been starving. She scarfed down the sandwiches in less than a minute. I'm stuffed. Thanks, Takumi, you're a lifesaver. I don't have to eat dry bread today. Have you just been living on dry bread since Hirako banned you from the cafeteria? Yeah, that bread is so dry. I had a nightmare last night where I was stranded in the desert. Hey, would it be too much to ask you to bring over some moist bread from time to time? No problem. I can try to sneak you some bread or rice balls. Really? But in exchange, would you open up to me? Open up to you? About what? The reason why you won't fight. If you have some reason, I'd love for you to tell me. Yeah, I should have expected this. No such thing as a free lunch and all. This is what you were after from the start. Sandwiches were to bribe me for information. I mean, I think of it less as a bribe and more as just a gift with stipulations and strings attached. Sorry, Tsubasa, I know I'm taking advantage of your desperation here, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I just want to understand where you're coming from. Okay, fine, but in exchange, I'm going to want some more moist bread later. She let out a deep, resigned sigh and began to share her inner thoughts. Look, I feel bad about it. I know it's unfair for me to stay where it's safe while you guys go out there and fight. But fighting is difficult for me. It's a physical thing.
Huh?
What do you mean? Tsubasa? I can't keep it down. Keep it down? I get nervous, it comes out, and not just a little bit.
Hey!
When what comes out? I don't understand what you... Puke! I puke, okay? Huh. That's just how I'm built. When I get nervous, I hurl. Come to think of it, Tsubasa is always stretching. That's why if I ever fought the invaders, I turned the battlefield into a sea of vomit. You're allowed to get shouted by my puke? You'd be able to fight under those conditions? What if I got my puke into your eyes? Could you take medicine or something? It's a physical thing, and medicine doesn't help the issue. I've tried all sorts of things since I was little, but none of them worked. When I get worked up, it just comes out. Even now, just picturing myself fighting the invaders. Are you okay? Oh god, no. Oh no, I can't keep it. Tsubasa vomited all over the floor. She immediately pushes me out of her room, tears welling in her eyes. That's gonna be a tough problem to fix. So how about turning it into advantage against the enemies? I don't know. I'm not necessarily sure. I want to sign up to be the resident, like, vomit superpower person. That's a tough thing to live with. She also whenever she's nervous. Alright, easy solution. Just become calm, stoic. Become one with the combat, so you are never nervous. She's right that she won't be able to fight if she's constantly puking. I can't blame her for refusing. But there's a chance she'll fight if she can overcome this issue. It didn't seem like she was unwilling to fight, if only I can find a way to suppress her nausea. How tough. Puking is, Puking? Aito, how long have you been there? I just came by to see if I could help with anything. So what is this about puking? I hate to air out someone's personal health struggles, but this doesn't seem like something I can solve on my own. Maybe I can ask him for advice? Alright, just keep this between us, but... I proceeded to tell Aito about Tsubasa's tendency to puke. I see, so that's why what she's been dealing with. Sounds tough. Yeah, I want to help her, but I don't know how. She hasn't found a successful remedy on her own, right? In that case, maybe it's better we just assume she's going to vomit and plan around that instead? What do you mean? Like, have her bring a high-quality sick bag or something. Sick bag? Like the bags they have on buses? I suppose if she used the bag when she had to, she wouldn't have to worry about getting puke everywhere. Still wouldn't be pleasant, but... Do they even have sick bags here? High-quality ones at that? What about using the Gift-O-Matic in the rec room? The Gift-O-Matic. Yeah, if they don't have them here, we just need to make them. Seems like it's able to make most things. Yeah, it's worth looking into. I do believe I saw that on the list of items. We headed over to the rec room together to check the Gift-O-Matic. Okay. Oh, there it is. It's fashionable. It looks like a fashionable pouch at first glance, but it contains an odor and liquid-proof barf bag. It can be fully washed for max cleanliness. Well, it's something. A fashionable sick pouch. This looks perfect. Tsubasa's sure to open up. We'll give this to her as a present. You're more optimistic than I am, Aito. The materials we'll need are string, a plastic bag, and a fashionable pouch. String and plastic bags seem easy enough to find, but a fashionable pouch may prove tricky. If anyone's likely to have a pouch, it'd be a girl. Maybe I can negotiate a trade of some sort? Hey, give me your purse so I can let someone else puke in it. That's a great trade offer. I'll look for a fashionable pouch if you can handle the string and plastic bag. And so Aito and I split up to gather the materials we needed to make the sick bag. Now where to start? I guess I'll just ask everyone. Give Tsubasa a heartfelt gift to persuade her. Talk to the other characters to gather information on what you should get her. You might also need to go exploring to get materials you need to make the gift. Give everything you have to persuade Tsubasa. Okay, so, I mean, like they said, a bag. Probably a female student would be most likely to be in possession of something usable. I mean, we could talk to Darumi. I guess we're, like, right next to her. Wouldn't be a bad start. Aside from her, I mean, Haruko, maybe. The twins, Kako, perhaps. They even have an exclamation mark on them. That seems good. I guess Darumi does as well. So Darumi's in this room? No. I thought she was right next to me. Maybe she's in the rec room. No. Am I blind? What the heck did I see on the map? So I'm here on the 3rd floor hallway. And Darumi is here. Allegedly. Darumi! Okay, well, let's go talk to... see if we can find Kako. She was... where was she? 3rd floor... in the entrance hall, okay. It wasn't this way. Why is this bottom room Egyptian themed? Seems weird. We take the long way here to get where we're going. Okay, Kako, hey. A fashionable pouch. I don't have anything like that. I've never even used one before. Not even once? We don't even carry around bags or wallets. We would only be targeted by robbers if we did. We tie all our valuables to our bodies so they're secure. That's just being street smart. Yes, we literally keep things on our person. Okay. Reminds me of the nights we spent sleeping on the streets. Me snuggling against my sister dearest. We were pressed up very close. What kind of horrible struggles did these two go through? You can have a piece of string. How when you tie your valuables to your thigh? That is actually a thing though, right? Because I think like the thigh is like a sensitive region, so like you're most likely to like feel it if someone like went after your stuff. Like I think that's actually a thing. Anyways, thanks. I'll do that. Well, I didn't find a pouch. I managed to get some string. That's progress at least. Okay. Okay. Anyone else on the 1st floor here? I guess Aito's over in the cafeteria. I guess we can talk to him while we're down here. I doubt he has anything we need, because we are splitting up, but maybe. I guess I can at least tell him, like, hey, you don't need to wear out the string anymore. Yo, bud, guess what I found? Look, Takumi. I found a plastic bag. Nice one, Aito. One item down. Make that 2, actually. Let's keep this up. Where should I look next? Any ideas? You seem pretty upbeat. I don't know, I'm just having fun. It feels like a treasure hunt. I spent a lot of time in the hospital, so I never got to hang out with friends like this. And we're not exactly playing around here, but whatever. He did find one of the items, after all. Okay, well. Up we go. Maybe we can find Darumi. Was anyone on the 2nd floor? Anyone here? I guess Takamaru's in the training room. He might have something. Not sure if he's necessarily the bag-carrying type, but maybe. People can surprise you. Did I pass the training room? Did I miss it? Okay, there it is. Hey, Takara! How's it going, Takumi? You getting anywhere with them? Still working on it. I talked to Tsubasa, but it's a little complicated. I have a feeling that she will choose to fight with us. Yeah, bike lovers ain't no cowards. Bike lovers? Does Tsubasa like bikes? I mean, all vehicles, really. She's a huge mech geek. She really knows her shit. Never met a girl who knew more about bikes than me. That much, huh? Apparently her grandpa runs a workshop. She hung out there every day when she learned how to be a mechanic. You know, I vaguely recall her saying something like that before.
I wonder if the workshop's still standing after all that.
Workshop.
Oh, it's just a little garage I run with my grandpa. We mostly just tune up cars, but we do other stuff too. I've always liked tinkering with machines, so I've been watching my grandpa work ever since I was little.
Okay, not sure this is relevant to what we're doing right now, but... Her grandpa's workshop, huh? I should file this information away. It might help me convince her. By the way, Takamaru, do you know where I could find a fashionable pouch? A what? Yeah, I knew it was a long shot. Well, thanks anyway. Okay, up on the floor then. It's probably gotta be Darumi, if we can find her. Like on the map, where is she? She's allegedly near the infirmary and the rec room. We were just there though, and we didn't see her anywhere. So there's the war room. That's the infirmary. That's the rec room. And there's no Darumi. Maybe she's in here? In the connecting hall? You think I ran past her? I would have seen her if I ran past her. Like, I'm not that unobservant. You were not here before.
Huh?
Darumi, do you have a fashionable pouch? If you do, could I have it?
Huh.
I would use them to stump all my makeup in my bag. You can throw my mirror in there. Raw dogs, I always end up cutting my fingers on the cracked surface. You don't see a problem with that? Right, you should be careful. I was imagining that all girls carried around pouches and accessory bags, but I guess that's not the case? Yeah! I mean, I might not have one, but I've got some ideas where you might find a pouch.
Huh?
Really? Back on where we found Eito, I found what looked like a dilapidated cosmetics shop. I memorized where it is, so I could go, maybe, pick something up from there later. Can you tell me where it is? I got the general coordinates of the cosmetics shop from Darumi. If I can't find a pouch somewhere inside the school, I'll go check this place out later. Okay. Well, we got the string and a plastic bag, but we came short on the fashionable pouch.
Huh?
Yeah, but I got a lead on where we might be able to find one. According to what Darumi told me, there's a cosmetics shop where we found Aito outside the school. We'll go check it out tomorrow. Okay. We gotta succeed with that, too. Like, if we fail in our... Yeah, Ready to go hunt for that fashionable pouch, Takumi? Just us two? Not bringing anyone else? Not even Darumi? Okay. Here we go. Or maybe we'll have the choice to bring some people along? No? Okay. Alright, treasure chest spaces will now appear during explorations. Landing on one will grant you a key item needed to unlock a gift. By obtaining key items from treasure chests, you'll be able to make new gifts with the Gift-O-Matic. Many characters' preferred items can be made from key items, so try to land on treasure chest spaces whenever you can. Okay, let's head for the cosmetics shop. It's somewhere around the spot where we found you. Then that should be in that direction. Okay. I see a treasure chest. Alright. Let's go. Let's just start by getting some distance. There's only the two of us here, so we gotta be careful about combat. And health. You find a pleasant-looking old playground. Then this might be a good place to take a break. Let's go with the sandbox. Yeah, okay, yeah, I was gonna say, more likely to uncover an item there. A shining red gem. Okay.
We did it!
Okay, so 5 would get us a blank space. 2 could give us plants. We're actually really low on plants, as it is. You find plants growing outside an empty house. Some of them might be useful. Let's get the pumpkin. That seems like there's some mass to that. That could be useful. As you struggled to cut through the pumpkin vines, a stray dog darted out of the house. You drove it back, but Ida was bitten in the process. Ouch. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, would we rather do... Oh, wait, no. We're going to be... Probably blank space. Yeah. Well, okay. We go north. Oh no, you dropped your bag. Everything fell into a nearby pond. We only have one item in our inventory right now. We just let it go. Okay. You weren't sure what else could be in that pond, so you gave up on your lost items. It's fine. It's fine. Goodbye, crystal fragment. Let's not waste high speed to get to that. We'll just go 4.
This looks quite rare.
Ooh, a torn dress. 1 for a difficult combat or 6 for a resource. Honestly, I kind of feel like my odds are better with the difficult combat than a random event, but... Well, and also, here's the other thing to consider. Once we get to our objective marker, it's probably like the end of this thing, so we do want to stock up on our way there. Let's go for it. We do only have 2 people. But we do... Like, the amount of actions we have per turn is not based on how many people we have in the battle. Okay. And I'm pretty good at the combat. Let's take a look at this. Alright, so you attack for 1, move for 3. You get... Okay, so you're not really that concerning. I think, as usual, the purples are what we really need to worry about. Red, attack for 2, move for 4. Pushes back and reduces enemy movement. Okay, and what was your ability again? You get random buffs after taking action. Okay.
My turn!
So, like, I could... The issue is I can't attack both purples at once with my... Well, no, I could. Yeah, okay. It's like, just hitting, double tapping the purples immediately, I think seems like a really good opening here.
Here! Say when. All right.
And that gives us 2 more AP.
I'm ready whenever.
Okay, so this is 3 attack. No down enemies in front. And you're probably our next biggest threat. And this makes sense to me. Well, although if we can take out 2 small ones, that's going to be more damage. And I don't think we can even, so getting more damage on the big guy makes sense. Okay, you are exhausted.
Better get moving.
Now. I mean, I guess we might as well go again. Okay. Just take him out?
I'm ready whenever. You're in the way!
And I think we might
well
end
good.
the turn early here, because I don't think there's anything worthwhile we can do at this point. Are we both going to be fine? I mean, you could take... That's a lot of damage. Like, yeah, Aito is set up for, like, 6 damage. 6 damage is actually just, like, okay, technically. So I think we allow it. And hopefully not all of them will attack. Oh, right, they're limited by the actual geography of the place. Okay. So now from here, we got a lot of AP, so this is going to be
Yes, leave it to me.
line. You guys get gots.
Here we go. I guess it's my
Then
turn.
we turn. You guys get gots.
Got it. Nice. I've
And
got
then
this.
we just do that. Okay.
Yes.
What diamond? Worth it. Alright, let's move 4. Let's go down once. Grab a textile. You see a sign in the middle of your path that has an arrow drawn on it. Guess we can go where it's pointing. As you followed the way the arrow indicated, Aito fell into a pit. Seems like it was a trap. You think? Okay, we need to make a beeline for our... No, that was the wrong way! Continue exploration. Okay. Alright, we'll go 1 this way. I'm really worried Aito might just die if we land on another event, so let's skip it. There we go. You got a fashionable pouch. Look, Takumi, we got a fashionable pouch. Now I have all the materials we need. Let's get back to the rec room and make that gift for Tsubasa. Okay, not a great scavenging run. When you only have 2 dudes, like, those random events can be rough if they just all focus on one guy. I think we did the best we could. Alright, so let's make the fashionable sick pouch. Lovely.
Aha.
Yes, we made a fashionable sick pouch. We did it, Takumi. I'm sure Tsubasa will feel relieved when we give this to her. Yeah, it'll eliminate her issue with fighting with us. Okay, to be clear though, like, it's still gonna be extremely unpleasant. It's gonna be, like, managed now. Like, yeah. Of course, just because we eliminate her reason for not fighting doesn't necessarily mean she'll join us. When it comes to it, you're going to have to remind Tsubasa of her reason for fighting. Yeah, what's that? The important people that we left behind at the Tokyo residential complex. The things people need to protect. I'm sure if you remind her of that, she'll get on board. The important people we left back in the Tokyo residential complex. For someone like what Karu is to me. Not only do we eliminate her reason for not fighting, we need to remind her that she has a reason to fight too. Seems pretty challenging. I guess there's no point being negative. I'll go swing by her place then. Oh, she's working like an engine in here. Takumi, why'd you come back? Look, I'm sorry, but could you give up trying to get me to fight? You saw it for yourself, I puked all over the place. Having a pukey girl like me on the battlefield is only going to cause everyone trouble. Wait, you're giving this to me? Oh, such a cute pouch. But why are you giving me this? Wait, are you trying to bribe me again? You don't need to be so alarmed. I just wanted to talk to you for a bit. Could you tell me again why you're so adamant about not fighting? Persuasion, okay. Say the right things to Tsubasa as she shares her worries and convince her to fight. Alright. You can choose what to say by pressing WASD twice. The number of options may increase as the conversation progresses. If you choose the right response, the persuasion rate will increase. Bring this gauge to 100% to successfully persuade her. Even if you fail, you'll be able to try again from the last failure point. So don't worry, and just do your best to persuade Tsubasa. Well, don't tell me that. Now there's no stakes. Chat, you didn't see that. If we fail this, then she's gonna be cast out and die. Those are the stakes we operate under. I already told you why I can't fight.
It's because it comes out when I get nervous. I start puking like a fountain in a fancy park. I know I'm going to puke if I ever fight against those invaders. And it's gonna get everywhere. I mean, I don't mind if I puke on myself, but I know you guys would get caught in the crossfire. Puke flies farther than you think. Plus, it smells and it's slippery.
This is
No,
a sick bag.
there's no way I can fight.
Yeah. Okay, so you gotta wait sometimes for the right option to
Just
come
use that sick bag.
Huh?
What? This is a sick bag? It's a fashionable sick pouch. I know it just looks like a regular accessory pouch. I've never seen a sick bag that looks this cute. I wouldn't even be embarrassed to carry this around in public. You're gonna spew into this. That way you won't cause trouble for anyone else. You can puke wherever you need to.
You don't need to be afraid anymore.
Okay. So how about it, Tsubasa? Will you fight alongside us now? Tsubasa? I'm sorry, Takumi. I went through all this trouble and everything, but I really don't think I can fight. Why not? Your puking issue should be solved now. I mean, solved is a strong word, but maybe mitigated more so? You can't just puke in front of everyone like it's nothing. I'm sure everyone would make fun of me. Of course, what Tsubasa can't handle isn't the puke itself, but that everyone would see her do it. That's not the time to be embarrassed, and there is a part of me that wants to get out there and fight with you.
But I can't handle getting teased for my puking anymore.
I didn't tease you. Who teases here? Her voice is trembling. She must have suffered a lot because of her nervous stomach. I'm here if you want to talk about it. Must have been through a lot because of your ailment. I don't mind telling you, but it's kind of a bummer. I need to eliminate Tsubasa's hang-ups with her vomiting and get her to join the fight. You gotta try this again.
You want to know my nickname in grade school?
Grade
It's
school.
Pukette.
That's a cool
All the
nickname.
bullies in my class made fun of me for my puking. Do you know how much of an impact puking can have on your life? I lost friends every time I puked in public.
Well, sounds like you had bad
How
friends.
someone who I thought was a friend would one day start calling me Pukette. Or how the boys would loudly exclaim how the class smelled like puke. It was hard each time I lost a friend, and it made me sad.
We wouldn't make
I'd
fun
cry
of
in
you. I mean,
secret and puke some more. That's why
I'm not
I
sure that's a
decided
strong
before I went to
response.
middle school to avoid any situation that made me nervous. To live an easy life free of any puke. That's why I can't fight. Because if I fought, I would definitely puke. I think that if I puked in front of everyone here, the same thing would happen
you
again.
with you?
They would be repulsed and give me a mean nickname. I'd rather die somewhere on the streets.
I think it's gotta be.
ostracized and called
we won't make
Pukette
fun of you.
again.
Like, will you just come on? This isn't grade school. We're
We
reasonable
wouldn't
adults
make fun
here.
of you.
I trust you, but I don't know about the others. A few of them could be mean.
Don't
What
worry, they're
if
all
they
good
gave
people.
me
Ah!
another cruel nickname? If someone ever called me Pukette, I'd probably puke and cry on the
What if we
spot.
gave you a different
No,
nickname
I'm too
preemptively?
scared. I can't do it. I don't want to get ostracized for puking anymore.
Oh, we didn't respond in time. And I just give up trying to get me to fight. I'm way more scared of getting teased and fighting invaders. Jess is terrified of being teased and ostracized with others. If I don't eliminate that worry for her, she'll never agree to fight with us. I have to get her to understand that I'll never abandon her. Okay, here we go.
You want to know my nickname in grade school? It was Pukette. All the bullies in my class made fun of me for my puking.
So it's,
Do you know how much of an impact puking can have on your
is it
life?
I'll puke too?
I lost
Like,
friends
there's two people
every
puking, then
time
no
I
one,
puked
then
in
it's not a
public.
notable thing to make a
Like,
nickname out of
How
anymore.
someone who I thought was a friend
I don't know,
would
it sounds
one
kinda
day
dumb,
start
but-
calling me Pukette. Or how the boys
Maybe it's not so much that that's the
loudly
actual
exclaimed how the
plan,
class smelled like puke.
but
It
more
was
so that
hard
that's
each
like
time I
shows
lost a
my
friend,
dedication.
and it made me sad.
We wouldn't make fun of you.
I trust you, but I don't know about the others. A few of them could be mean.
I'm
What
not
if they
convinced
gave
they're all
me
good
another
people.
cruel nickname? If someone ever called me Pukette, I'd probably puke and cry on the spot. No, I'm too scared. I can't do it. I don't.
Yeah?
I'll puke with you.
What are you even talking about? If you puked on your own, you'd stand out, so I'll puke with you. That way we'll both share half the attention. No way I'm letting anyone willing to fight for their loved ones get ostracized for puking.
They're gonna have to make fun of me too.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm being serious. I mean, I'll puke for you right here, right now if you want me to.
She must have stared at me as if she were trying to figure me out. I gave her as meaningful a look as I could in return. I won't let Tsubasa go through this alone. If she gets made fun of, then so will I. I continued to meet her gaze in silence. I had a feeling that if I looked away now, she'd close herself off again. 1 minute, then 2, and I continued to meet her gaze without even blinking. And suddenly her expression relaxed as if I had gotten through to her.
I see. You're stupid, aren't you?
Oh, I mean... Kyoko think I'm crazy? How did you get like this? It's always good when you have them laughing. It wasn't the reaction I was expecting, but I got her to smile at least. Okay, alright, we're up to 60%. I don't know how long it's been since I had a real heart-to-heart with someone. I try my best to hide my feelings from others because I'm afraid of puking. I'd have never imagined this. She just looks so cheerful and friendly, but underneath it all, she's actually very troubled. I'm sorry, Tsubasa. I'm sorry for asking you to fight when I didn't know everything you've been through. Think W would have been better? What, saying that everyone's good people? Well, yeah, but then she counters with counterexamples of like, oh yeah, well the jerk running things isn't very kind. It's like, well, yeah, sorta. I had no idea how tough things had been for you. But as long as you were in this school, I'll never let you feel lonely. Wait, hold on. Are you saying you see me as some kind of charity case? No. Should I not be? Life hasn't been that hard for me. Granted, things didn't go well at school, but I still had a place I felt like I could belong. A place where Tsubasa feels like she belongs. If memory serves... Appears her grandpa runs a workshop. She hung out there every day, where she learned how to be a mechanic.
Huh?
You mean your grandpa's workshop? How do you know that? We talked. Sakamoto told me. You hung out there every day, he said. Yeah, tinkering with machines in my grandpa's workshop was always the highlight of my day. So you don't need to worry about me that much. You can get by well enough as long as they have one place they can belong. Tsubasa's face lit up the moment she began talking about her grandpa's workshop. It must be the most important thing in the world to her. If it's anything like how Karu is to me, then... Do you mind sharing what it was like spending time at your grandpa's workshop? If her grandpa's workshop is the thing that matters most to her, then maybe that can be her reason to fight.
Because of the way I am, I always try to keep my emotions in check. All I can think about is not letting anything make me puke. But I can finally be myself when I'm tinkering with machines in my grandpa's workshop.
That's the sort of response
Machines
you
are
give if you aren't actually paying attention.
fascinating and let me forget about the world. I'd get covered in oil every day, helping my grandpa with his work. Of course, I failed a lot too, but Grandpa would always
that's
cheer
enough
me
for
up
him. I
with
think
his
that's
belly
rude.
laughs. Fail as much as you want, Tsubasa. Star players make mistakes, but they make the big plays too. No matter how much I messed up, he'd never kick me out. Even when his granddaughter was a good-for-nothing puker, he'd always look after me.
Seems pretty nice. What a good dude.
Your grandpa's really nice.
Yeah, my grandpa's the nicest grandpa in the world. He's a royal grease monkey who always protects his granddaughter. His workshop is his castle. My dream is to one day take over his workshop.
You know, one day his
I want to
workshop
protect
might
the
get
place
destroyed.
that's protected me all of my life.
I mean, that's
I
the
just
point you're trying to make.
want
It
to
seems a
work
bit
on
blunt,
machines in
though.
my grandpa's workshop forever.
Okay, never mind. There we go. It's what we're going with.
You know, his workshop might get destroyed.
What? Why?
Ah,
Remember what Syria said? If we don't fight, we can't protect what matters most to us. Your friends, families, everything you hold dear from your lives in the Tokyo residential complex. If we lose this war, all of that will be forfeits. What? Was he just lying? And we don't have evidence one way or the other, and in that case, it's probably better to play it safe. As shady as Siri may have been, I don't think everything he told us was a lie. The Tokyo residential complex was attacked by tons of invaders before we were brought here. Our loved ones being in imminent danger might well be true. So my grandpa's workshop is in danger too? It's entirely possible. No way. So also was at a loss for words. The possibility that her loved ones could be attacked by the invaders terrified her. I took a step closer to her and stared right into her eyes.
if you want to protect your grandpa's workshop, then there's only one thing for you to do. Find the courage to fight the invaders.
But can a coward like me do that?
I don't think you're a coward.
Don't worry. You don't have to do it alone. We'll protect what's important to you together. So just protect us in return. Come with us.
And protect what matters most to us. Together.
And protect what matters most to us together.
We won. We won the conversation, guys. We did it. Persuasion complete. And fun, it's not easy in real life. Trying to protect humanity to protect my grandpa and his workshop? Can someone like me really do that? Of course you can, and you don't have to do it alone. We can make it through this together. I'm not making any promises, and I'm going to need a little more time. But I won't run from the truth or write myself off anymore. I'll think out what it is I really want, what I need to do to make it happen. Is that okay? Sure, that sounds great. Okay, and thanks, Takumi.